This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have the chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to Part 1. Part 1. A student is calling the University Accommodation Office to inquire about booking a room in the student dorms. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5.
Good afternoon, University Accommodation Services. This is Karen speaking. How can I help?
Hi Karen, my name's Emma Thompson. I've just received my offer to study at the university this September, and I'd like to book a room in the student housing if possible.
Congratulations on your offer, Emma. Of course I can help with that. May I just take your full name again, please?
Sure, it's Emma Thompson. That's Thomson, no P.
Got it. And can I take your student ID number, if you have it handy?
Yes, it's 2198046. Perfect.
So, are you looking for a single room, or would you prefer shared accommodation?
I'd prefer a single room, ideally with an ensuite bathroom. I value my privacy when I'm studying.
Completely understandable. We have a few options available. Are you looking to be on campus or in one of the city halls?
On campus if possible. It'll be more convenient for classes.
Then I'd recommend Oak Residence Hall. It's just a 5-minute walk from the main library, and all rooms are single with private bathrooms.
That sounds great. Are meals included?
Not in Oak Hall. It's self-catered, but there's a large shared kitchen on each floor. You'll also have a personal fridge and microwave in your room.
Okay, that works for me.
The term begins on the 12th of September, so rooms are available from the 10th to give students a couple of days to settle in. I'll take it from the 10th, then perfect. And how long do you want the room for? Just the first semester, or the full academic year?
The full year, please. That would be until 30th June.
Now, let me check availability. Yes, we've got a few rooms left. The cost is £540 per month, and that includes all bills. Electricity, heating, internet and so on.
That's reasonable. Is there a deposit?
Yes, we require a £250 deposit, which is refundable at the end of your stay as long as there's no damage. Okay.
How do I pay?
I'll email you a secure payment link. Once we receive the deposit, your room will be reserved. Could I have your email address, please?
Sure, it's emma.t.thompson@studentmail.com. That's 2 T's, one in the middle and one in Thompson.
Got it. And what's your contact number in case we need to call you?
It's 07456998304.
Thanks. One more thing. Do you have any accessibility requirements? We have some ground floor rooms and elevator access in all buildings.
No, nothing like that, but if possible, I'd like a quiet floor. I'm not a party person.
Noted. I'll mark that on your booking. We try to group students based on their preferences when we can. Oh, and do you want to add contents insurance? It covers theft or damage of personal belongings up to £2,000. It's an extra £35 per term.
Yes, please, that's worth it.
Excellent. I'll include it in the booking. So that brings your total monthly cost to £575, including insurance.
Great.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to read questions 6 to 10. Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to read questions 6 to 10.
Okay. Now I would like to confirm the address of Oak Residence Hall.
Sure. It's 14 University Crescent, Westfield, and the postcode is WF28QL.
Thanks. And just to double check, the kitchen is shared but bathrooms are private, right?
Yes, each room has its own ensuite bathroom. Brilliant.
And laundry?
There's a laundry room on the ground floor. It's pay-per-use, £2.50 per wash, £1.50 for drying.
That's fine. And what about bike storage?
There's a secure indoor bike room. You'll just need to bring your own lock.
Okay, sounds like everything I need. When should I expect the payment email?
You'll receive it in the next 15 minutes. Once you've paid the deposit, we'll send confirmation and move-in details.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Karen. You've been very helpful. You're welcome, Alex.
Let us know if you have any other questions. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye now.
That is the end of part 1. You have now 1 minute to check your answers. Part 2. You will hear a local council officer giving a tour presentation about the newly completed Riverside Sports Centre. First, look at questions 11 to 15. Listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 15.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first public preview of the new Riverside Sports Center. I'm Mark Ridley from the City Council's development team, and I'll be walking you through the key facilities and activities we've planned. When we began the project 2 years ago, we surveyed hundreds of residents. One of the most requested features was a large swimming pool. Although budget constraints made a 50-meter Olympic pool unrealistic, we've built a high-quality 25-meter pool with 6 lanes and family changing areas. Another popular suggestion was to provide space for indoor sports, especially for winter use. So we've included a spacious multi-sport hall that can be used for basketball, volleyball, and five-a-side football. This hall will also host school events during term time. Now, about memberships. We wanted the center to be accessible to as many people as possible. After considering daily passes and high-end private memberships, we decided on a tiered monthly plan that offers discounts to students, seniors, and low-income residents. To celebrate the opening next month, we're organizing a community sports day. It'll include mini tournaments, free trial classes, and even a healthy cooking demo. We initially considered a celebrity appearance or a live music concert, but in the end we wanted something more inclusive and local. We're also proud to introduce a new booking system. Many people told us our old platform was clunky and outdated. This time we've worked with a local tech company to design an app that lets users book courts, check schedules, and even join waiting lists in real time.
That is the end of questions 11 to 15. Now look at questions 16 to 20. Listen and answer questions 16 to 20.
Now I'll share some insights from a recent user trial about modern fitness trends and how people feel about them. First, we asked participants about wearable fitness trackers. While many said they found them motivating, a number admitted they expected bigger results and felt a bit let down. So for some, these devices brought a sense of disappointment. We also asked about live-streamed fitness classes. Almost everyone had tried at least one. In fact, the trend seems to be extremely popular already, particularly with people who have busy schedules or prefer exercising at home. On-demand fitness apps were next. These were widely used, but users expressed concerns about the quality of instruction. Many believed app creators should do more to ensure content is guided by certified professionals. In terms of group training sessions like boot camps, students felt that younger adults tend to dominate these spaces. Older participants often feel left out or less confident joining in. Lastly, we discussed energy drinks marketed toward athletes. While some people use them regularly, many warned they may contribute to poor health when consumed excessively, especially if people don't understand the ingredients.
That is the end of the part 2. You have half a minute to check your answers. Part 3. You will hear two students, Aisha and Ben, discussing their upcoming psychology research project. First, look at the questions 21 to 25.
Hey Ben, have you had a chance to think about the topic for our psychology research project?
Yeah, I've been looking through the options Dr. Lambert gave us. I'm leaning towards the one on decision-making under pressure. What do you think?
Oh, that's a great one. I actually thought it sounded the most interesting too. There's so much research about how people behave differently in high-stress environments.
Exactly. And it's relevant to so many fields, like sports, emergency services, even business. We could explore how stress affects the speed and quality of decisions.
Definitely. Should we focus on a particular group though? Maybe athletes or students during exams?
I was thinking of comparing two groups, students taking timed tests and firefighters doing simulations. That could give us some contrast.
Ambitious, but I like it. We just have to make sure we don't take on too much. What kind of method do you think we should use?
I think an experimental design would work best. Set up a test environment, introduce a time constraint or distraction, and see how that changes performance.
Makes sense. Though we'll need to be careful with ethical approval if we involve real participants under stress. That might delay us.
True. Alternatively, we could use existing datasets. Some public databases already track decision times under different conditions.
That would save time. But it's less engaging than running our own study.
Agreed. How about we combine both? Use public data for comparison and run a small-scale pilot experiment with volunteers.
I love that idea. That way we'll have something original but still supported by broader data.
Great. Let's split the background research then. I'll start gathering journal articles on stress and decision-making in high-pressure jobs.
Perfect. I'll look at studies focused on student performance under time constraints. And we should meet early next week to share what we found.
You will now hear the second part of the discussion. First, look at questions 26 to 30.
Now listen and answer questions 26 to 30.
So once we've done the research, we'll need to decide how to present it. Do you think a traditional written report is the way to go?
Actually, I was thinking we could do a poster presentation. Dr. Lambert said it's allowed and it's often more engaging for this kind of study.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. But yeah, a poster might let us display the comparisons more visually, especially if we include graphs or timelines.
Exactly. It also gives us a chance to interact with people and explain things in person during the poster session.
Good point. Let's go with that then. Now, what about dividing the tasks?
I can handle the visual layout of the poster. I've done a few before, so I'm comfortable with the design part.
Great. I'll take care of writing the analysis section. I enjoy explaining data trends.
Perfect. And we'll both work on the introduction and conclusion. I think it's better to draft those together to keep our tone consistent.
Agreed. Oh, and don't forget, we need to submit an outline to Dr. Lambert by Thursday.
Right. Thanks for the reminder. Let's aim to finish a rough draft of the outline by Wednesday afternoon so we can both review it.
Sounds good. I'll also check if the university printing office needs advance notice for poster submissions.
Yes, especially if they're busy with other students' work. Better to be safe.
That is the end of the Part 3. Now you have 30 seconds to check your answers to Part 3. Part 4. You will hear a seminar about the impact of urban green spaces on mental health. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to explore the relationship between urban green spaces, that is, parks, gardens, and natural landscapes within cities, and their impact on mental health. With over half the world's population now living in urban areas, understanding this connection is more important than ever. Let's begin by looking at the psychological benefits that green spaces provide. Numerous studies have shown that spending time in nature can reduce stress, lower levels of anxiety, and even alleviate symptoms of depression. These effects are particularly evident in individuals who engage in regular activities like walking, jogging, or even sitting quietly in a park. One theory behind this is known as attention restoration theory, which suggests that natural environments help the brain recover from mental fatigue. Unlike urban settings that bombard us with stimuli, nature offers a more calming and effortless form of engagement, allowing our cognitive resources to replenish. Another important factor is social interaction. Parks and community gardens often serve as gathering places, encouraging residents to interact, participate in group activities, and build relationships. This kind of social cohesion has been linked to improved mental well-being and a stronger sense of community identity. In contrast, environments with little greenery often experience greater feelings of isolation among residents. Additionally, green spaces can also contribute to physical health, which in turn affects mental health. For example, having access to nearby greenery tends to promote physical activity, which releases endorphins and improves mood. There's also evidence suggesting that exposure to nature can lead to lower blood pressure, reduced heart rate, and improved immune function. Now, let's move on to the design and accessibility of green spaces. Not all green areas offer the same benefits. Factors such as proximity, size, and the quality of maintenance all influence how often people use them and what impact they have. If a park is perceived as unsafe or poorly maintained, it's less likely to be used, regardless of its location. Moreover, age, mobility, and socioeconomic background can all affect how accessible these spaces are to different populations. Interestingly, one of the challenges urban planners face is the uneven distribution of green space. In many cities, wealthier neighborhoods enjoy a higher concentration of trees, parks, and gardens, while low-income areas often have limited or degraded green spaces. This results in environmental inequality, where those who could benefit the most from access to nature are the least likely to have it. To address this, some cities are introducing initiatives like green roofs, pocket parks, and urban reforestation programs. Let me now highlight a few case studies that demonstrate successful integration of green space into urban planning. In Singapore, for instance, the government has made a conscious effort to incorporate greenery throughout the city, on buildings, along highways, and in residential areas. As a result, residents report higher life satisfaction and lower stress levels compared to citizens in other densely populated urban areas. Similarly, in Copenhagen, the creation of urban bike lanes through green corridors has led not only to increased physical activity, but also improved mental well-being. But it's not just about planting more trees. Community involvement plays a key role in ensuring that green spaces are relevant and well used. When residents are involved in the design and upkeep of parks and gardens, they're more likely to feel a sense of ownership, which encourages consistent use and care. In summary, urban green spaces provide multiple mental health benefits through stress reduction, social interaction, and physical well-being. However, to maximize these benefits, cities must consider issues of accessibility, equity, and community engagement in their urban planning strategies. In our next lecture, we'll examine specific landscape design principles that enhance the restorative qualities of green spaces.
That is the end of the Part 4. You have now 30 seconds to check your answers to Part 4. You have now 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet.